Hey everybody, how you guys doing? All right, live feed. Here we are. LIPLA reminds me of the 5 dodgeball duck dip. If you can dodge a hammer, you can dodge a ball. Hey Drew, just got your comment. Let's see. Playing style of Eddie Hazel. Yeah, I know. We'll get Eddie Hazel going. Hey Albert, sorry, I slept in my teeth. All right, so really quickly, I'm gonna load up that LIPLA video. Is anybody upset that I just made that acronym up? I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Let me just go to the video here. And oh, I know you love Eddie Hazel. I'll be getting to it. We have another Ed we have to get to rather quickly. I think Jeff Good is here. Jeff has a crazy story. Jeff, can I tell your story about like how close you were to touching the sun and all that crap happened? Because that's an impressive story. Just looking at my phone, I'm getting the videos. If Jeff is there, and hopefully. Yeah, the Ed of the week is Ed King. So Jeff, now Jeff, if you want to type it out, but Jeff potentially had an interview coming up with Ed King, and it blew my mind, like that he would be. Oh, sorry, my phone's on. He would be able to meet and I'm getting a scam call from Atlanta. Should I answer this? All right, that he was going to talk to Ed King from Lynyrd Skynyrd, and it blew my mind. And he was like, I was like, how is this happening? He was so excited. And then like all of a sudden, I'm sorry, I laughed. Like all of a sudden I get a text like, R.I.P. Ed King. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I felt so bad because Jeff was really, really excited to talk to him. And I was excited to hear about the interview. And so probably, I know I have a Jerry Garcia in the mind of, I'm probably going to push that back. I'm going to do a little bit of Ed King next week. Because to be honest, you were good or bad. I don't know what that means, Jeff. But oh yeah, I was gonna have a Jerry Garcia thing coming out. But I'm gonna do In the Mind of Ed King because he is a spectacular guitar player. Really deserves a lot of credit. His pentatonic riffs are amazing, but actually his approach to soloing is actually, super top notch. So hello, Alaska. Yeah, rest in peace to Ed King from Lynyrd Skynyrd. The guy was awesome. I think like Lynyrd Skynyrd gets I don't know why they get a bad rap. I'm not saying they get a bad rap, but when I talk about Skynyrd to students, a lot of people are like, I can go without Skynyrd, and I'm like, they're really good. They're really, really good. So if you want to, if you're on the fence about Lynyrd Skynyrd, I'd say go to the best of Lynyrd Skynyrd and some live stuff, and you'll see how amazing they are. How about In the Mind of Wes Montgomery? Are you kidding me? The guy died at 45 from a heart attack because he played so monstrously. I'm going to let that go for a little bit. So, Ian, I tend to plink around the fretboard while soloing instead of riffs. They are all correct notes technically, but it's never getting exciting. Any tips? Yeah, you got to start really. Okay, Eli, I'm going to address that. That's actually a great question. What you're doing here, I'm going to get to the LIPLA thing, but I'm just going to answer Eli's question, which is, Ian, I tend to plonk around the fretboard while soloing instead of riffs. They are all correct notes technically, but it's never very exciting. Any tips? Yeah. So Eli, check us out. When I'm doing an In the Mind of video, I want you guys to understand, I'm teaching, 50 plus lessons a week. So I'm teaching things from A chords to, Dorian jams and to all these chords and stuff, right? And so I used to have all these songs memorized in my mind. But as I learn new songs, because they're so fresh, it's very hard for me to sink into them. And so when I do it in the mind of, I usually have to like sit and like listen to the chord progression, just play the chords and start deriving what I think is happening, do checks and balances and all that fun stuff. And then once I get the scales and chords and everything down, I have to sit for a week. I have to sit, yeah, Skinner was sick. I agree with you. I have to sit for like a week, and I just have to play through the scales and get the roadmap. So Eli, what hey Kevin, see you Sunday, Kevin. Right? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, Eli, you're in Roadmapville, and I want you to picture taking a road trip for the first time, and you know, having your navigator on, or for us older folks, having a Rand McNally map, right? And you know, the first 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times, you're going to have that map, and you're going to have to use it less and less and less. And then you're going to start to be able to drive across that country road, you know, without using the map. And you want to get to that point where you know your scales, but you can start closing your eyes and listening and trying to make them into melodies. Try to repeat phrases. Try to do some motifs where things sound familiar and they connect to each other. And so you're just in the roadmap phase of things. And I think a lot of people are excited to get there because they're hearing notes that sound good, but they're like, well, how does this person do it? You gotta go beyond it. You have to really sit and listen. You know, I was doing that with my In the Mind of Jerry that's coming out. You know, the scales and everything are there, but as I was playing it, I'm like, you know, I gotta sit and relax. And actually the moment that I kind of like shut my eyes and really started to try and play and say something, you know, my wife was like, oh, what you were doing today was fantastic. And I was like, nice. You know, because, oh, we gotta talk about my wife. Hold on, Jenny, are you there? Jenny. Hold on, I'm going to text her. She's in the room. Anyway, so, you know, as for, I'm going to text her here really quickly, because you all helped her out last week. She's somewhere. Come here. Come here, please. So you guys can talk to her. Why not? Okay, so about the LIPLA thing really quickly. Now, Eli, did that make sense? Yeah, it all sounds the same. I get it. You have to go. You're still in roadmap. You're still in roadmap. You know, BC strings are still in the roadmap phase. Trust me. Think about when you're driving and it's all the same, and all of a sudden you don't need it, and you can. Oh, look, I've never seen that tree before. I've never seen that thing, and you're still there. Yeah, that's a go. Yeah, Ed King can play the stuff in his head with no lag. That's exactly it. He knew his roadmaps. Okay, so when it comes to this LIPLA thing, I didn't see any questions really quickly. I just saw people agreeing that people you really need to when you're learning a song, a new riff, something, you have to really sit and internalize it. Like, you have to. It's how you get better. Oh, is she here? Yeah. Hey, okay, so do you want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah, let me get my list up.
Okay, cool. Okay, so and so give me a second. Hold on. Same thing. Listen, internalize. There's my son. Well, the old mama's coming in. Very good point. Yeah. So before we get to it, the internalization and repetition of it, and replication of it is what you really need to focus on, and that's going to make your technique better. When I'm learning riffs for the first time, when I have to sit, good night, buddy, love you. When I have to sit and learn a new song. Oh, you have a LIPLA question? Okay, go ahead, Strawwink. KB, what's good? Yeah, hey, KB, and hey, Lucas. You can't jeopardize your performance for where you are as with the technician. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you all here. You have to sit down. Okay. Okay, so here's Jenny. All right, you guys helped her out. Hey. Okay, and so she just wants to say a couple things. You guys, she's still looking at all of your stuff.
Yeah.
You want to show them your head?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff
here. Okay. There's my son. Okay, that's my son.
Family
okay.
affair.
Okay.
So yeah, I was looking at some of the songs and stuff, and when particles collide, I don't know who suggested that, but they're
really good.
That was fun. I was mowing the lawn and I had headphones in and I was rocking out. It was great.
Hold on, time out. She mowed the lawn because I wasn't there. So, yeah. So anyway.
Let's see. Who else do I have on here? Tragically Hip.
Tragically Hip. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
I liked that. Let's see. JJ Gray. Delvin Lamar Trio.
Wow. Stop. Sorry, he's like, my son is handsome. He's a handsome little boy. You say hi.
Yeah. Okay, and so who said Whitebird? I don't know but that is actually a song that I had heard like in passing somehow. And
who said Whitebird?
I don't know. We have to find out. We'll go through the
whoever
the comments.
made the suggestion. I listened to it and like I didn't recognize it when I saw the name, and then when I listened to it, It's a Beautiful Day, Whitebird. I heard it and I was like, yes, yes. I haven't heard this song in a long time, and I absolutely love it. Frank Zappa, Halloween, 1977. Awesome.
Yep.
Greta Van Fleet, I've heard them.
Yep.
I'm a Zeppelin fan, so anything that's like
Zeppelin-ish.
Yeah, I dig.
Yep.
So yeah. There was a lot of other ones that were
and we got a Morocco Boy here.
Yeah.
And she's still doing more of the list, but
yeah, there's a big list. So
Greta sucks. Well, you know, don't touch that because that's a wrench, and I need that. So she's still listening, but I wanted to have her come in, and you guys gave her so many suggestions. She's digging it, and we listened to Chicago live in '77 for Carnegie Hall. Oh,
it wasn't. It just was live.
Chicago. It was so good. All right, I'm gonna take all of you out now. But bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night, buddy. Good night. Good night. All right. All right, thank you. Got that on camera for everyone. That's so fantastic. So I will tell her about Funkadelic. So okay, so I think she's really listening to your suggestions. So if you have more suggestions for stuff to enrich her life, let me know. So I know there were some questions. There were some questions about LIPLA, and so go ahead, and then we'll do a general Q&A, and I'll answer some stuff. Actually, you know what? You guys want some secret information? You guys want some secret sauce? And it'll force me to actually do it, right? I'll tell you. Okay, so hey Fred, I need to talk to you, Fred Instruments. First of all, everybody, this awesome guitar courtesy of Fred Instruments right there. Thank you. And we got to talk about Fred. We got to talk about why this thing is so awesome, because it's just awesome. But anyway, if you guys are interested in getting some Fred Instruments, and this is a shameless plug, but this thing's amazing. Anyway, so before I answer the LIPLA questions, hold on for 1 second, okay? I want you. I got to explain something to you. So I have a lot of Stitch Method fans, lots of them. Can't thank you enough. Cannot thank you enough. Absolutely amazing. The problem is, as the channel grows, as the hunger for more information grows, I have to decide how to, build my channel. I think everybody wants. All the fans have nothing but nice things, encouragement. I know that you guys want like websites and stuff like that and more master classes. But I was having meetings and I got to explain something, and I hope that you understand what I'm about to say, which is I can't do anything unless it's my obvious next step in life. Like I have to be 100% like in my next step, okay? And so the apps with Stitch Method lessons and more master classes, like they didn't really appeal to me. I felt pressure, a lot of pressure to do it, but my strength and my passion, like my absolute passion, is live, one-on-one, or live, right here, right? Live, speaking to you, and hearing or seeing your, or thinking that you're smiling and having fun. And so I'm going to announce soon in December. Probably the second week of December. Honestly, we're gonna have the first Never Lost live guitar workshop in Sarasota, Florida. It's happening. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a 2-day event that I'm hosting, and it's gonna be to the nines. It's gonna be a very limited crowd because I don't want it to be how about smaller group? We can do smaller group lessons. I can, but it's going to be live in person. It's going to be at a theater. It's going to be catered. It's going to be awesome. And you guys are going to get, whoever comes, it's going to get binders with everything in it, Stitch Method logos and some swag, and it's going to be incredible. And so I really love teaching live. I want to develop the live thing. I want to tour across the country, like I told you, and do live stuff. So the first Stitch Method Never Lost live series event and workshop is going to happen. Probably December 14th and 15th. And so I'm just throwing that out there. The price-wise, it's going to be a hefty price tag, and there are reasons for it. But I'm very, very, very effing excited because I know exactly what I'm doing live, and I can't wait to meet people in person and look at them and see them learning and see it in their eyes if they're not getting it and help them. And anyway, so that's that. So the first Stitch Method Never Lost live series will be coming soon, and I'll make a video about it. So hopefully I get to see some of you there. But it's only going to be about 40 people, and I have a funny feeling that it'll probably sell out very quickly. But I'll try see what happens. Anyway, so now let's get to the LIPLA questions. Okay. So let's get to Stitch Method for Christmas. Yeah. I mean, I was saying, like, if you know people who want to help buy your stuff, your tickets and transportation and stuff, like for Christmas, and you want to hang out with Stitch for a weekend and learn enough stuff to last you a year's worth of lessons, then you'll see it happen. All right, so now I just want to address any sort of LIPLA questions. Listen, internalize, perform, listen again, and adjust. Sorry, I just got Sean Daniel just texted me. I just want to see if you have any questions, and you can hopefully tell I'm excited about it. And you guys want to see a picture of the theater that it's going to be in? While I'm waiting for questions, I'll show you a cool pic, like how serious this is. This is no joke seriousness. Let me see if I can find this. Let me find it. Where is it? Nope. Yes, that's it. Let's see. Okay, when you're trying to do LIPLA and it ends up being an alternate tuning, okay, that doesn't change anything, okay, because it started raining. And so, sorry, this is a picture of the theater. Let's see if I can get, there we go. This is the picture of the theater that the first Stitch Method, that's the blue stage in the bottom, 2 levels, chairs. It's awesome. It's an awesome theater for a workshop. And so, okay, so if it's in an alternate tuning, you get to go to ultimateguitar.com and find out that tuning, and it has the tabs for you. And there's nothing different from a standard tuning. Learning something that's in standard tuning or alternate tuning. As a matter of fact, alternate tuning is going to make your hands bend in a different way. And so you want to listen, and you have to kind of feel your way through it. You're just going to have a slower process because your initial, like, muscle memory of standard tuning is going to kick in, but it's actually really good to try something in alternate tuning so that you're, oh, Caitlin, that venue is legit. I mean, you walk in, it's unbelievable. Anyway, so it doesn't really, hey, Scott. You're the man, dude. Scott, I'm going to fly you in for that workshop, by the way, okay? It's in December, but you're probably going to be on fish tour or seeing fish, so go F yourself. No, I'm kidding. So, all right. So, I want to make sure that you understand, like, whether it's alternate tuning, whether it's standard tuning, applying your ears and internalizing everything is very, very, very important. Matching yourself up with those notes, millisecond for millisecond, is the most important piece to a performance. And the more and more you do it, and more comfortable you get, the better you're going to be. All right. And that's just the truth. Okay, so any Q&As, any Q&As about what's out there? We can talk about, if you want. I mean, I'm not going to bore you, but if you want to ask questions about the upcoming live workshop in Sarasota, which I will announce soon. I just have to get a lot of ducks in the row, and we're trying to get like a hotel block of rooms because if people come in. Oh, what is LIPLA? Okay, Ian, if you go to Stitch Method on YouTube, and you go to videos and you categorize them by newest, one of the newest one will be called the LIPLA test, and I just made that acronym up. It's, oh, here we go. Aaron is I was going to complete it, but it's about listening and internalizing and performing and listening and adjusting as you are learning riffs to make you a better technical guitar player through your technique and your timing. And if you watch the video, it explains it pretty well. I'll give you a couple of test riffs to try and like really nail down. Did anybody do the test, by the way? What the? A $10 donation for LIPLA. Cheddar, I love you. Cheddar, you are the man. I absolutely love you. It was so funny out of nowhere, but okay. That's great. That's okay. So really quickly, do you think LIPLA is a good strategy for improving communication in all types of relationships, not just musically? Yes, actually, it's like it's an acronym for life. It really is. Like, listen to your mate, internalize what they're saying. Perform what they are saying. That's absolutely fine. Thank you, Cheddar. Is the masterclass for advanced or beginners? It's for anyone. Okay, guys, there's 82 of you here. Now, it's an expensive workshop. I'm letting you know that, and it's not because I'm trying to rake you over. It's going to be massive, and there's a lot of expenses that go with it. But it's 100% worth it. So before I'm going to answer this question right here, Don G, is the masterclass for advanced or beginners? It's for everyone. One of the perks about this masterclass is when you buy a ticket, the first thing you get is a free half-hour FaceTime lesson with me right away. So we can meet each other. I can see where your skill set is, because there's going to be people with all different skill sets. It's going to be beginner. It's going to be advanced. The whole idea of this is to give everyone the solid, absolute solid ground foundation of how to think about music and guitar together. So when you go on YouTube, you can do your own in the mind of. You can look at a song and decode it. And so it's all about whether you know what you're doing. I know it sounds so weird. Yes, it is, Ian. Okay, so if you're thinking about going to my workshop or anyone's workshop, it means that you have questions. And the questions come because we don't, just like, you saw them 2 years ago, we don't have an aligned column of music theory. And the whole entire idea is to start the ground up. Bye, Kaylin. Thank you so much. Start the ground up. It's going to be 3 different phases of working together. So it's not about the technique behind the guitar, because that takes practice. That takes practice. And if I just have you sitting in front of me for 12 hours total practicing, what a crap show that would be. Not for me, but just a waste of time. And so it's going to be all about knowing that you have sunk to the foundation of music, and that you can build any towers you want up from there. And that's what the whole thing is about. So it's for beginners or intermediate or even if advanced who have questions about how things work. Okay, so that's that. I need a shirt, but I still get a sign. Oh yeah, nice. I gotta check out those shirts. Let's see. You can also group regionally, so we can all. Well, I'm gonna group you guys. They will be grouped. I'm gonna meet you so I can assess where you are, and then everybody's gonna have a partner that they're gonna sit with who's pretty much on the same level. Because I don't want somebody coming in who really is curious, but is younger on the instrument, sitting next to someone who's on fire. That's not my style. I want you guys to be very, very comfortable, okay? How are you so smooth in your playing? I always feel robotic. Honestly, LIPLA, what I'm talking about, being able to uphold yourself to a standard of playing notes. And by the way, if Fred is still here, Fred Guitars, I want to contact you about this upcoming workshop. Okay? But, when you're playing something and you really want to not just, you want to play it you got to listen to how long. You got to really listen. You got to, nice, sounds good. I got a sounds good from Fred. Yes, okay. You have to really listen to what you're doing compared to the original, not copy, but the original of it, and how well is your facsimile of it. I don't know what ligma is. Okay. So yes, so that's that. You enjoy yourself, same thing, right? You have to be able, you don't want to play you can't. You got to practice with the legato sweeps. You really want to practice that stuff, and you want to get better and better and better. I'll stop talking. All right. Anything else? Anything else for you guys? Yeah, that is. Yeah, even just the beginning. That that's a hard thing to conquer when even though it's just a C-shaped chord arpeggio. When is the Masterclass in Michigan? I don't know. Once you felt you've entered a different realm. Not there yet. Yeah, okay, so did anyone take the LIPLA test with me? Did anyone record my riffs with you playing and seeing how well you lined up? Because that's good stuff. And I'm interested in seeing if anybody actually did it, because that's awesome. Well, what happened there? Okay, sorry, my screen just glitched. Where's a good place to find tabs for learning songs? I've always, oh my God, I don't know, since 1993, I think Ultimate Guitar, ultimateguitar.com has been my thing, but you have to do it on a desktop. Now if you go on a laptop, if you do it on a tablet or phone, they try and charge you, but desktop is free. Yep, not good. What's not good, Kevin? But whatever's not good, we're gonna make better. Okay, so by the way, the reason I'm doing these workshops and the reason I want to do so much lessons is I'm going to point to Kevin right here. I don't know if my finger is on his name or whatever, but Kevin May, I'm going to talk to you for a second. I got to explain something about the enthusiasm. This is what's making me do this. Is I had an opening for a FaceTime lesson. Okay, I had one opening, and so I went through my entire waiting list, and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. There's so many people who signed up, and I can't thank you enough. And I want to start doing more group lessons and getting a lot of you face to face, enough time waiting, right? and I was so shocked because can anyone guess the day and year that Kevin here, who was next in line, signed up? And this is why I'm so very humble, because he was on the list for quite some time, and he never lost enthusiasm, which blows my mind because I emailed him in about 10 minutes. He emailed back, said I'm in. And I thought it was a long shot because I was like, no, he's been waiting such a long time. But I just want to explain. I'm not being like, guess how long my wait list is. No, I'm just flattered. Hey, it's all West. Hey, buddy. No, well, like close. It was January 7th, 2017. And so we're in pretty much September of 2018. And that's how long that wait list is. And it got me very, very anxious because I don't want these people to be waiting and like, hey, Stitch, ever going to call me? So I'm trying to come up with real lessons, not just videos, like not just videos. I no, that's not the Kevin that you met. That's another Kevin. But I'm trying to get in touch with all of you on a personal level. That's my goal. Whether it's me teaching at Madison Square Garden one year, having you all there, that'd be unbelievable. But anyway, I do have to get going. I just want to spend some time with you. Like I said, this is a very easy live thing to do where there wasn't a lot of how does your new guitar compare to my Gibson? I don't know how it compares, but this guitar is StitchCon. this guitar has like the it factor for me. I can't put it down. I mean, like, I just can't put it down. It sounds so good. And let's see. Well, let's see if I can get this feedback. I get this feedback on this thing that I just love. Let's see. Do you have it? Oh yeah. Give me 1 second. Let's go. Oh, is it there yet? No, I have to have my loop going, but it just hums when the music's playing. Like the music rocks this thing. This thing's incredible. What are your thoughts on the call-in type show? You could be a great forum. Like, you guys call? We can do that. I'm sure. Sorry, Guitar Stitch. You can teach an all guy new tricks. I'm proof. Oh, that's awesome, Guitar. That's great. Stitch, I want to let you know that you've revived my passion for learning guitar. Can't think enough. That's awesome, Martin. That makes me feel so good. That's why I do this. I'm so going to your workshop. You're the man. I don't know, James. It's awesome, and it's limited to about 35 people. And it's going to be expensive, but wait until you see what it comes with, and it's going to be worth it. And I promise you. I promise you, because like I'm already started all the material. It's just awesome. And and by the way, anybody who buys a ticket, and again, hold on, anybody who buys a ticket, not only do you get the free FaceTime lesson beforehand, so I can meet you and talk to you, but you have to ask 3 questions that are absolutely on your mind. Like these are the questions I need answered, and I'm going to compile them and work them into the workshop so that you walk away feeling that personal connection. That's very, very important. Do you still feel the sound the same even with different guitars? No, you don't. Okay, so my Les Paul, which is a solid block of wood, right? That thing, like it hums my belly. So it hums my belly, and like this one, it's weird. This one, like I hear so much more. Oh, nice! You just got VH3, fantastic. I hear this guitar better, and it's just amazing. Called Discord, which is basically new, better Skype. Zoom, I think, is one of the best. That's from Jeff. Bacon class from Sean. Well, if you want to take a bacon class on Sunday with Sean and Andrea, I'm sure you can. Nice. So what did Steltab say? Everybody's like, yeah. You can use a program called Discord again and see that. Okay. Hey, I just got my VH3 cheddar. I have a jam band cruise with the Stitch. Have a jam band cruise. That's not a bad idea. Can we get cruise down here? Good day from Sydney. Thanks, Chuck and Bow. I'm here, and I thank Stitch. I found my new love, Fish. Oh my God, you found Fish. Okay, so all right. So there's a fish. You gotta. This is so stupid. I was just teaching this, but this is like one of the best riffs ever. I mean, like it's so simple, but I mean, like. I mean, come on, this is such a good song. So if you ever hear that and you just discover, yeah, there is 46 days. Absolutely great. I mean, just I can listen to every 46 day's performance. I do love that jam. Anyway, I have to get going, and thank you so much for being here. This is just a live feed, just connecting on a Thursday night, you know, just having a lot of fun. And hope you have fun. And that's pretty much it. But I mentioned something. Yeah, that workshop. I'm sorry I'm talking about it a lot. I didn't want to talk about it, but you know what? I'm doing it. I'm very proud of it. And if you come, that'd be great. Okay, so listen, guys, have a beautiful night. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. Always love it. A new video coming out Tuesday. It's got to decide, is it my Ed King or my Jerry Garcia? But I think it's going to be the Ed King. It's going to work on it more. And that's that. All right, guys, go have a great night. I actually have a lesson, a FaceTime lesson at this. And thanks, Ian. Catch you in the next video. And don't forget to ask questions on any pre-recorded video. I'm starting to try and get back into answering the comments. I took a long time off of that because I was just getting inundated. So if you do have questions, you know, I'll try and answer them. And you don't have to, hopefully I can get in touch with you before the live feed so that you know I'm actually there for you. All right, everyone, have a great night. Skippy, come down in December and we'll rock out. All right, guys, bye-bye. Thank you so much for being here again. Bye-bye.